What would be the qualifications for the asterisk? How about 1,000 people saying, I thought I was going to a Catholic school? Just to pick an example, not to mention any specific ones like Georgetown or anything. So does that? Okay, I'll come back to it.
Well, I'm all in favor of people knowing what they're getting in for and going to universities and ignoring what's told to them on the tour and in the brochures. They really just need to pick up alternative newspapers, and they need to read online about people who criticize the university and things like that. They should also, and I would encourage all of you, look at FIRE's website, thefire.org, to look at free speech policies on campus and controversies on campus, and go to them if you ever encounter problems. But I think I'm a little wary of this idea of choosing your college based on your ideology to get people to agree with you. Of course, I want to see something different from that. I think it's important for people to go into college, and lots of people do go into college, understanding that if you're actually getting a good education, you're probably going to come out ideologically different 4 years later, or 5 years later, or 6 years later than you were when you went in. And I'm actually sort of an exception to that. I'm pretty much the same coming out of college as I was going in. But I think it is important to go in there and challenge yourself and be willing to change your viewpoints and be willing to change the way you think, and not be feeling like you're there to defend a particular ideology even if you don't really believe it anymore. I think that's really the best way that students can learn, is to learn from hearing ideas that they disagree with. I have sort of that pedagogy of dissent, that the best way to learn about something is to hear not the best ideas, but the worst ideas, and understand why they're wrong. That to me is the ideal of learning. And so I think, understand where you're going and get information about what you're getting into, but do it in a way to try and challenge yourself and change your institution in many ways. I think it's important, particularly for conservatives, not to be afraid to go into liberal colleges. And in some ways, it's much more interesting and exciting to have a real challenge and to have people arguing with what you have to say than going into a class where everybody agrees with you. I mean, that doesn't really happen even on conservative college campuses, but certainly what you want to do is try and enhance your experience of hearing points of view you disagree with. And I've taken classes with conservatives like Richard Posner and Michael McConnell. I've taken classes on conservative thought and conservative jurisprudence. And to me, those are much more enlightening than taking classes that you agree with. And that's what I would encourage people to do.
Final question. Did you